Hi, so this is a little different than your usual vlog, but my other vlogs were over 6 minutes long, so I thought this might be the right approach. I will explain how I went with different playtests from this to eventually this, which is still not perfect, but it's here and I'm happy with it. I first off started with these cards. I just got them for free. I didn't even have enough for like my whole deck, so I had 2 different versions. And I wrote on them with pen, which you could rub out. So I was like, I should probably move on. But I started with these 2 tests with the different cards that I had. I had minions, I had action cards, I had instant cards. At first the instants weren't even there. And I had like mind flayers and krakens in Cthulhu. And the action cards, I just wrote them like on the side, just really small things. For example, this card right here, share. Oh, I did write in the middle, but I had to write around everything, so that wasn't really readable. So I had to move on from that. So I started to work in InDesign. And I made these. I made them with colors, so people could instantly see what kind of card it would be. For example, this would be a minion card, this would be an instant. As I started testing with these, I realized, what I realized it's way easier because people weren't constantly asking me what the cards meant. They could actually just play on themselves. However, through the back you can kind of see what card it was. Good thing that new players didn't know what cards they were, but I could instantly see what cards there were. And while I was testing, I also realized that a few cards were just absolutely broken. For example, crazy. I wrote on the card what this card did is everyone would have to discard their hand. However, when someone has an empty hand, you lose 1 sanity. And the whole game works around sanity, so when you have 0 sanity, everyone dies. From playtest 2 and 3, no one won the game because everyone died of insanity, so I had to change that. But first I was working on prototype 3, which I added art to. Just a few cards, not everything, but I added a small background to sort of start with how I wanted it to look with visuals. And I added more text, I added more clarity to it, and I added card sleeves so you couldn't look through the back. You could shuffle them way easier without them breaking. With the final playtest with this, I thought that was the most interesting one. I went to a game night and I got so much good feedback. It was really nice. But what I also realized is the whole point of the game is to summon Cthulhu. However, you could only as one person could get the Cthulhu card to summon it. So I changed it. Once the portal is open, the Cthulhu card gets played in the middle, and you'd have to, anyone could summon it. I started to crunch the final things. I started to work on all the art because I'm stubborn and I wanted to make all the art myself. And it worked. I got it all. It's nowhere near perfect yet. I tested today too. And I realized a few more things in the game were broken. A few actions don't work perfectly. I will change that in the future, but for now it's a game and I'm pretty happy with that. Even with the deck. Yeah, that's it.